What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Myths and Mysteries. Today we're looking at a sort of another Butterfree Venomoth situation. As you remember, I covered that a while back, the fact that Butterfree goes well better with Venonat, is it Venonat? Venonat, yes. And obviously Venomoth goes better with Caterpie and Metapod because mainly the eyes and several other things. The video's back in the playlist for Myths and Mysteries, so you can go watch that if you really want to. But today we're looking at a possibility that Gyarados and Dragonite might have been switched. Okay, so let's look at what we have. Okay, obviously everyone knows that Magikarp evolves into Gyarados. That's what everyone knows that. And we also know that Dratini evolves into Dragonair, which then evolves into Dragonite. Which, you know, makes sense, doesn't it? But if we look, you know, just sort of at all the models here, you can see that Dratini and Dragonair are both very Serpentine-like Pokemon. And Dragonite then turns into a bipedal Pokemon, you know, with wings and arms and feet and a tail and stuff like that. It loses its Serpentine look almost completely. Whereas Gyarados is also a Serpentine Pokemon. And Magikarp sort of has a similar colouring to Dragonite, whereas it goes from a red colour to a sort of an orangey colour. What else do we know? We also know that Magikarp is based off of the legend from Japan where a carp who jumps a waterfall turns into a dragon. Now, Gyarados is not actually a dragon, okay? We know this. So maybe Dragonite and Gyarados were supposed to be switched over. So, you know, Magikarp originally evolved into Dragonite, and Dragonair eventually evolved into Gyarados. There might be some typing changes here. Maybe we're not looking at the whole Pokemon being changed. Maybe we're looking at just the designs, okay? Which should, obviously if this was the case, then Gyarados would most likely be a Dragon Water type rather than Water Flying type, because obviously Dratini and Dragonair are both dragons, so it wouldn't make much sense just to have Gyarados being a Water Flying type. It wouldn't make any sense at all, so it most likely be a Dragon Water type, or maybe just a pure Dragon type, who would know that? Whereas Magikarp, who is a pure Water type, maybe didn't start off as a pure Water type, maybe it was a normal type, or something to that effect. I don't quite know, because remember Splash in Japanese is called Hop, so it's no allusion to water there at all. So Magikarp in Japanese at least doesn't learn any water type moves. It learns Splash, Tackle, and I think Flail as well, and that's the only three moves it learns. Nothing relating to the water type at all. So maybe it used to be just a pure normal type, and obviously when it evolved into Dragonite, it became a Dragon Flying type. Or maybe it's just a pure Dragon type for Dragonite. Who knows? Who knows? It could have been anything really. We're talking about early stages of the game planning here. Maybe, you know, they were just drafting out designs, and maybe sort of, you know, thought in the end that maybe it was better for Magikarp to be a water type because it's based on a carp, and then obviously thought it might work better with Gyarados, and, you know, stuff like that. So it's a big possibility in my opinion. I think it could have happened because looking at the designs of Dratini, Dragonair, and then obviously comparing it to Gyarados, they look very similar. Obviously, Dratini and Dragonair are both very sleek in their body shape, don't have many sort of things coming off, whereas Gyarados is sort of like, you know, it's sectioned, it's got loads of frills and that coming off of it. So maybe there was obviously some design changes after initial. Maybe Gyarados started off as just a pure sort of like a big serpent, with no sort of what it's got, you know, it's sort of fins and stuff. And Dragonite was more, well, Dragonite sort of fits Magikarp reasonably well. Obviously there might have been some changes to Magikarp when it was changed to evolve into Gyarados, because obviously it's got sort of the whiskers which carry on to Gyarados and stuff like that. Maybe there was some design change along the way, but maybe at the start of the whole development process of the game, they were planning to have Magikarp evolve into Dragonite and Dragonair go into Gyarados. So guys, I'm interested to hear what you guys think about this theory. Do you think this is possible at all? Do you think they could have at one point wanted Magikarp to evolve to Dragonite and Dragonair to evolve to Gyarados? Do you think it's possible in the slightest, or do you think I'm just being a bit crazy here and sort of looking at stuff in the wrong way, I guess? And tell me in the comment section below, guys. Obviously everyone has their own opinion. My opinion is it's a possibility. I'm not saying it obviously happened, but it's a possibility that they used to be switched over because they have very similar designs. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm very interested to hear what you guys think for this one, because obviously it's not like the Butterfree Venomoth one, because there were loads of similarities in that one. This is really just sort of looking at it. They might have even changed, because obviously if we're saying Dragonite used to be a Dragon Flying type when it evolved from Magikarp, and Gyarados would have been a Water Dragon type, or Dragon Water type rather. Maybe they just changed it because they didn't want two Dragon types sort of thing, because obviously in Generation 1 the only Dragon type Pokemon were Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. Maybe they changed it just so that they only had one sort of Dragon type line in the game rather than two. And obviously this is sort of working the fact that Gyarados is commonly seen as a Dragon type or a Water Dragon type. You know, people say it should be Water Dragon, etc. And obviously it was on Lance's team for Generation 1 too, so it could be looking there. Maybe it was put on the team originally because it was Dragon type, and then obviously when they changed the type they thought they'd keep it on because it sort of looks like a dragon as well. obviously Aerodactyl's also on there, and some of, yeah, anyway. But you guys get what I mean there, you know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think for this one. It's certainly an interesting theory. I want to hear what you guys think. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't already, smash that like button to show your support for the video and series and the channel and everything there. And I guess I'll see you next time, guys. I thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.